Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Anju Sharma. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about pacemaker potential. So we have studied the structure of heart. So functional anatomy of heart we have done. Now this is the second video of CVS physiology in which we are talking about pacemaker potential. Okay, so basically to understand properties of cardiac muscle have some specialized cell which are able to generate its own rhythm, right? So having property of autorhythmicity. There are some cells in cardiac muscle which are not having this property of autorhythmicity. In fact, they are excitable. What that means? Whenever stimulus is applied, they are able to generate action potential in response to that stimulus. But when we talk about autorhythmicity property, means those cells don't want any stimulus from outside. In fact, they are able to generate its own rhythm. Right, so these two property we should know which action potential is responsible for which property. Okay, so in this video you should know that pacemaker potential, the properties of pacemaker potential, and which is basically the specialized action potential which is able to generate its own rhythm. Why that cell is able to generate the next rhythm always, right? So we have to understand what is this action potential. Exam point of view, if we see, then pacemaker potential you can get in exam directly, or you can get the action potential of SA node. Instead, sometime in exam, examiner can give you the cardiac action potential. So if cardiac action potential you will get, that means you are being asked the action potential of cardiomyocyte, cardiac muscle. So not this action potential, right? So in these two videos we'll be talking about both the action potential and we'll see what is difference between two. Okay, so first of all we'll be talking about pacemaker potential. Now, what are the cells which are able to generate its own rhythm? So you should be knowing that these are SA node, sinoatrial node. If we see anatomy of heart roughly, then wherever superior vena cava meet the atria, this placement, there are some tissue which are specialized and they are able to generate its own rhythm. We know that these tissues, these cells are called SA node, right? We have various other tissues also which are able to generate its own rhythm, like we have AV node here, we have Purkinje fiber, bundle of His, and then Purkinje fiber. So they are able to generate their own rhythm at various different rates. So which tissue has the largest frequency of generation of that rhythm is basically called pacemaker of the area. The same rule apply in GIT also. Right, so SA node, it can generate the rhythm around 70 beats per minute. Okay, if we talk about AV node, it can generate roughly 40 to 60 beats per minute, and further it lower down actually. So Purkinje fiber and bundle of His, they can generate their rhythm like 40 beats per minute, right? So highest is of SA node, and that's why we call it as pacemaker, right? So now we know that this is nothing but action potential in SA node we are going to discuss here, right? So okay, so what happens basically whenever we talk about a cell, right? We should be knowing that the membrane potential changes in a cell is nothing but action potential. So if we talk about a cell, for example, this is a cell in SA node, right? So one membrane, this here, this membrane will zoom in here. This is zoomed view of this membrane. So we'll be talking about what are various changes in membrane taking place whenever the action potential in SA node occur. Okay, fine. So this is a membrane and this is the extracellular fluid, the outer part, and this is the intracellular fluid, the inner part. So at rest what happens? At rest there is inside negative compared to outside. Okay, there is more negativity inside the membrane, and this state is called polarized state, right? Polarized state at rest. So this membrane potential is basically called resting membrane potential, and this resting membrane potential is having some negativity inside. So whenever we talk about action potential, we are talking about the inside potential change. Okay, fine. So we will be plotting the action potential always in any tissue. So we'll start with the resting membrane potential. Now, when we talk about pacemaker potential in SA node, there is no any fixed resting membrane potential we can see. Okay, can you see this? It's just touching the resting membrane potential, and then again it's going toward depolarization phase. So there is, first thing, there is no stable resting membrane potential. Why I'm talking about that? Because in cardiac muscle there is stable resting membrane potential. We'll be talking about this in next video. Okay, so let us now try to understand what happens in this first phase. So there are various phases you'll get in books. Sometime you'll get number 0, 2, 3, 4 like this, or sometimes some books are saying like only depolarization and repolarization phases. So it's better that you compare with cardiac muscle and you number them. Okay, so always 0 phase is basically a depolarization phase whenever we talk about action potential of a tissue, right? So what happens basically, this is 4 phase, this is 3 phase. Okay, this whole is 3 phase and this is 4 phase. So 1 and 2 phase, these are not present in pacemaker potential. In next video when we talk about cardiac muscle, we'll see phase 1 and phase 2 and again repeat this action potential and compare with it. Okay, so now in this video we should know what is basically action potential of pacemaker. So this is slow depolarization, and why and how it occurs we are going to discuss that. Fine. So first of all, it's not this resting phase is basically having negativity inside. So what happens basically when this membrane potential is negative? That means there is some other potential here. Now this is touching the resting potential. Okay, so what happens basically, this is which state? Hyperpolarization state or repolarization. The tissue has repolarized here. Here we are starting this action potential from this phase. So this is repolarizing. What that means? This is going toward more negative phase, right? And what is this potential? This is roughly minus 60 millivolt. Now at minus 60 millivolt, what happens is there are HCN channel. These are hyperpolarization cyclic nucleotide channel, which are nothing but sodium channel. Okay, now can you see this is negative, this is negative potential 60 millivolt. At this negative potential, these HCN channel open up. Fine. Whenever you talk about action potential and sodium channel specifically in all over body, sodium channel will open whenever the membrane potential is going toward depolarization phase. But this tissue has the reverse condition. When the membrane is going toward repolarization phase, means minus 60 millivolt, these sodium channel are opening, right? So this is kind of funny thing. So it's just opposing whatever happen in our body, it's just opposing it. So that's why the researchers, they named it as funny channels. Okay, and this current, so the channel, HCN channels, they open up. So whenever they open up, there is influx of sodium. We know sodium outside is more and inside is less. So sodium influx, sodium enters into the cell. Fine. So first point is clear, that whenever there is hyperpolarization or negativity inside, the sodium channel open up. Okay, since positive charge is coming inside, that means the membrane is going toward less negative phase. Okay, so positivity coming inside, that means it will go toward depolarization, less negative phase. Okay, so roughly 70% of this slope we are talking about is because of HCN channel, means funny current. Funny current, we can also denote it with IF, funny current. Okay, rest this phase is basically done by calcium channel. Why? Because when this positive charge enters into the cell, this depolarization phase, there are some calcium channel which open up. So this is they are basically following the same thing, that positive charge is coming when the membrane is going toward depolarization, calcium channels are opening up, right? So calcium channels are of two types. One is long lasting channel and other is transient channel. So here the T type transient channels are basically contributors. So this phase 4 action potential, when we talk about, this is because of funny current, first thing, and calcium, which is transient type. Okay, now are you clear? So this phase 4 is basically responsible, like this cell is able to generate its next rhythm its own, right? So because of funny current and because of calcium channel, so this is again touching the depolarization threshold here. Okay, so here membrane reaches a level which is called threshold. What is this threshold? This one. So when membrane reaches minus 40 millivolt, what happens is basically this minus 40 millivolt is threshold for various calcium channels. Okay, voltage gated calcium channel. What that means? That the calcium channels, they are sensitive to one voltage which is minus 40 millivolt here. Whenever this voltage is achieved inside the membrane, all huge number of channels are present, so voltage gated calcium channels, they open up, and which lead to obviously entry of calcium inside, and there is large number of calcium inside. So whenever the membrane it reaches the threshold, there is huge number of positive charge influx occur, which lead to this depolarization phase. Why depolarization? Because resting condition is polarized state and away from resting condition is depolarization, right? So we call it depolarization phase. Okay, now since positive charge is coming inside, this is depolarizing. Now it can reach approx plus 10 or plus 20 millivolt. At this plus 20 millivolt, there are voltage gated potassium channel which open up. Now what is happening here? We know that potassium is more inside and less outside, so potassium is going to leave the cell, right? Positive charge is leaving the cell now, so positive efflux. So potassium efflux occur, which lead to again more negativity inside the cell, right? This phase, since we are moving toward polarization again, so here we will call it repolarization phase. So are you getting me now? Phase 4 because of funny current and calcium transient type. And as it reaches the threshold of the voltage gated calcium channel, there is calcium influx occur. And this calcium is basically long lasting channel, L type channel. So depolarization occur because of calcium influx, since the channel open up at this threshold potential minus 40 millivolt. Since when it reaches the plus 10 or plus 20 millivolt, potassium efflux occur and membrane undergo repolarization. Since potassium efflux continue here as well, it undergo repolarization. Okay, when it reaches the RMP, resting phase, minus 60 millivolt, again because of that negativity, funny current again starts. So again sodium influx occur because of these HCN channels. Okay, so ultimately this cell is able to generate its phase 4 potential, phase 4 slope every time, and that's why that cell is able to generate its own rhythm, right? So this phase 4 you should know to know pacemaker potential always. This phase 4 is also called pre-potential or pacemaker potential. So I have checked many exams and students are doing this mistake. They, whenever pacemaker potential is being asked, they just draw this image and just explain this phase. Okay, this is important, the most important, but you have to explain all phases. So the question can come that explain pacemaker potential, or it can come in a way that ionic basis of pacemaker potential. So in that scenario you have to make this graph, and then you have to explain phase 0 depolarization, reason being calcium influx. phase 1 and 2 are not there. Phase 3 is repolarization because of potassium efflux, right? Then phase 4 is basically the pre-potential phase, and this is because of funny current plus calcium channel which are transient type. Okay, so this way ionic basis of all the action potential, whichever action potential is being asked, you have to explain in this way. Okay, so this is all about pacemaker potential of heart. In next video we'll be talking about cardiac muscle action potential, and we'll compare in next video that what are basic differences between two. Okay, I hope this is clear. You can comment below if it's not clear to you. In Hindi, if you want to listen, you can visit my Physiology Hacks channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.